Our next guest is a very, very talented, very funny comedian, and he has his own Broadway show. It's entitled Long Story Short, and it's playing right now at the Helen Hayes Theater and was just extended through February 5th. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the program, Colin Quinn, everyone.
You know, people say history is boring, and that is true because people are boring. We haven't changed since time began. We're still the same. We've made obviously some changes. When we started, it was all about food, clothing, and shelter. Now we watch Top Chef, Project Runway, and Extreme Makeover Home Edition. When did chefs become the rock stars? You used to have to play guitar to get chicks. Now you have to know how to marinate artichoke hearts. It's like, oh, can you sign my cutting board, please? People say history was written by the winners. No, it wasn't. It was written by the bullies. All the great bullies became successful. They would walk into your country and go, hey, you shouldn't be naked. Put the shirt on. They would force you to do things. They're like your friends that bully you. Like if you go out to eat, your friends bully you into having part of their appetizer, so you have to split the check. They're like, I'm gonna have some chicken wings. You have a few wings if I get some wings, right? It's like, nah, I don't really like wings. But you have a couple though, right? You have a couple. Hey, give us 45 wings. It's gonna split the check. And there's some mozzarella sticks. You like mozzarella sticks, don't you? I'm allergic to cheese. But you have one though, right? Yeah. Yeah. My doctor says one is actually good for me. Yeah, because it was the big empires, England, France, and Germany. Just like today, none of the other countries in Europe really do that well, except for those three. It's like they took all the money. It's like the Miami Heat, you know? It's like, if you're not LeBron, Dwayne Wade, or Chris Bosh, you're the, Lithuania. Or the Miami Heat, the center actually is Lithuanian, so. Not so much a joke as a fun fact now that I said it out loud, but there's only one way to learn these things. But no, it's true. Nobody has money. Everybody's broke in Europe. Greece is broke, Portugal, Ireland is broke, which is not fair because they only had money for 6 years, all right? They're like, Jace, that was a quick one, wasn't it? Don't you think? It's like MC Hammer over there. It's hammer time, it's over. It's hammer time. All of Europe thought they were doing well because those three countries ended up being like letting them have diplomatic status. So even though they had no money, they're like, oh, we have diplomats, we're all equal. That's why the WikiLeaks scandal is such a big deal. It's all about diplomats. You know, that guy, what's his name, the head of WikiLeaks, Neil Patrick Harris, you know? How He Met Your Mother and exposed governmental vital information and declassified. Because it's all WikiLeaks is all about diplomats bad-mouthing each other like high school. In the old days, people spoke straight. So you didn't have to have diplomats. You said what was on your mind. You had messengers, which was obviously the worst job in the Middle Ages, because the king would tell you to go into the barbarians' encampment. Tell them we will bathe in their blood and drink from their skulls. The guy's like, really, my lord? Is that what you want to go with? Are you sure? All right. He'd have to go in there. They're roasting dogs. They got, like, heads on sticks. He's like, the king says we're going to bathe in your blood and drink from your skulls. Now, let me tell you something about the king. First of all, the king says things, but the king doesn't always say them. It's more for effect than anything else, But at least they spoke directly. They'd start a war. Summon your sinews, conjure up your blood, cry havoc, and let slip the dogs of war. Now, we're going to have a comprehensive investigation where we establish parameters and determine if there is any violation. There will be international consequences and possibly a timeout for that country if they continue. And the worst thing about WikiLeaks is they exposed people what they really are like, what they really say. And that's the one thing nobody wants. That's why the Greeks tried to examine themselves, but even their empire failed, because you can examine yourself all you want. Nobody ever sees themselves as they really are, right? The worst, you pick out your worst qualities as positive qualities, and you're like, I realized my biggest problem, I examined myself. I'm too honest, that's what it is. You know how to work it. I admire you. I'm honest. No, you're full of, you don't understand. I'm too real. That's the problem. People are threatened by me because I'm real and I'm honest and I'm good looking, so people think I'm conceited. But it's actually just the opposite. I have low self-esteem from people thinking because I'm so good looking that I'm conceited. It's really the opposite. I'm loud and obnoxious because I'm really shy inside, so I overcompensate by being loud and obnoxious. I'm angry at people. I'm violent because I'm really scared, and I shove people onto the ground because I'm trying to reach out to them. Don't judge me by my actions. Judge me by what I tell you I really am like inside. That's my biggest problem. I've done a full, honest investigation of myself. I'm loud, I'm quiet, I'm honest, I'm good looking, and I'm nice. So when I walk in a room, I've already got 3 strikes against me. Thank you.
Colin Quinn, long story short, and now you can enjoy it through February. Thank you very much.
Thanks
Good to
a lot,
see you
Dave.
again. Colin Quinn, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, everybody.